Shit, him.
City to city, state to state, FPM, Forever Plug Radio. Let's get it.
Ooh, smooth. Ooh, too smooth. Ooh, too smooth. Ooh, too smooth. Still that dude. Still that dude. Ooh, too smooth. Ooh, too smooth.
Yo. What it do? You already know. Forever Plug Radio. Your boy Gio, the host. And today we got a special topic. We talking about, you already know, we keeping this local. Daytona. Bethune Cookman. You know, they had a Hall of Fame over there, Ed Reed, you know. And I guess, you know, before he even actually got himself in there, you know, he took a look at certain things at the field, and, you know, he expressed how he feel about certain things that need to be taken care of at the school. And I guess the president let him go. So, you know, this video right here is real interesting. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe my channel. And we finna get off in this video. Ed Reed, Bethune Cookman, Forever Plug Radio. We gone.
You want change around here?
You saw the front of the building.
Terrible.
This the back of the building. They working on the front of the building. This the same people said, we gonna help you build what you want. How I'm gonna believe you, man? How I'm gonna believe them? Didn't I tell you I don't trust nobody? I'm coming over giving them the same passion and they smiling and laughing in my thing. Funny? We gonna ride through the fence that they ain't fixed the fence. We about to ride through this fence. This ain't even football side. This ain't even the football side. And y'all talking about Madden at my Uncle Prime. Y'all mad at Dion, mad at Prime. This shit is every HBCU. Bro, we riding through the fence. This is track, bro. This is track. This is what they practice on. It's a straightaway. This is intramural field. You can't practice on this. These kids got this to work with. Trash. Yeah, I'm showing it. At this point, I gotta show this. I'm not even the head coach. Congratulations. Man, I should go my ass home. I said I should. I ain't. It ain't happening. Cause of that lady right there. Cause of her right there. Miss Mary, you see her with the cane? Coach Kane. That's what you call me. Coach Kane is who I am. Don't cry. Do something. Y'all see these buildings right here? You see these buildings right here? Y'all see these buildings right here? This corner? Y'all see this right here? This here? This shit is abandoned right here. They're hoarding trash in this shit. All this right here is trash. From this corner all the way right here is trash. You understand me? Man, mutt your ass off here, man. What you talking about? I ain't mutting nobody. I'm trying to fix shit. What you doing? I told you somebody ain't gonna like it, bro. I told you somebody wasn't gonna like it. Do something about it, man. Come help us clean this shit up. I could have been mutting and showing shit. I chose not to. But now I'm out here walking with the football team, picking up trash. But I'm mutting us. Man, get out of here, man. I should leave. I'm not even under contract doing this. I'm mutting us. Man, get out of here, man. They mutt me. These motherfuckers ain't even clean my goddamn office when I got here. I'm mutting y'all? Get your ass, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. All this shit here was trash in front of me. Who you think got this shit cleared out? That building right there got trash in it. It's trash. What are you talking about? I need no goddamn donors to come out and help out, because people just want money. That's why I don't fuck with social network. Fuck out of here.
Welcome.
Mold growing on the walls, closets in shambles, their bedding covered in mold.
And I got sick from the mold, and I told my mom, like, you know, my room is not in good condition, and they moved me out, but it took them a little while, and I just feel like we shouldn't even be living in conditions where there's mold around.
Students say these conditions got worse after Hurricane Ian and Nicole ripped through, although they say the mold in dorms has been around for years.
I just thought it was just ridiculous, but I thought it was going to change. You know, it's just the first year it was COVID, so trying to just bring it through. I understand it was COVID, but now it's 2 years out.
Final straw. What caused it? Where you made the decision that we're not moving forward with Ed Reed as coach?
I think the final straw was actually the third or fourth video. One with the background music being booties, butts, and boobs, and hoes. And you know, we have 65% of our campus is female. And my view is that we are trying to build young men to respect black women. We're trying to build a culture where they understand that people can say whatever they want to say, but we think you can do anything respectfully. And when we think about the culture that we're trying to build, that we have companies and partners like Disney and some of our other partners calling saying, what are you going to do about that? We can't support that kind of image. And of course, they're one of our biggest sponsors for the Classic. So
you're saying Disney, officials with Disney called you complaining about Ed Reed and saying we can't support Bethune Cookman if he is going to represent the university?
They didn't say we can't. They questioned what we were going to do. And I think that was an appropriate way to approach it. But they weren't the only.
So were they implying that they would pull support if he continued as head coach?
I think that as a leader, you have to make the decision. And if they are inquiring, they have a vested interest. They believe in the image that they want to project.
Coach Reed in 3 weeks has essentially done more than this entire administration and other program leads, like other head coaching staffs and whatnot. He's done more in 3 weeks than they have in like the past 5 years. Things that, you know, Coach Drake mentioned, saying that we didn't share helmets, we don't shower, or we actually have showers. We don't have showers. We don't have a locker room. We have to watch out where we put our stuff in the stadium locker room so it doesn't get wet and then get moldy, and then we got to practice in moldy stuff. Or when we go and put our stuff away, we put it in the shed, and then the shed gets wet from the rain, and then we got to practice in that moldy stuff. Moldy balls, moldy helmets. We share those moldy helmets too, and that gear.
Most of us had to buy our own Lysol and stuff to spray our. We had to clean our stuff ourselves. Once we get our gear from the equipment manager from that shed, it smelled bad. I remember the first time I opened my bag and most of the guys were just like, what's going on? We asked if we could, like, we asked for the basics. We asked if we could get stuff to spray our stuff down, and that probably didn't happen until like the very, very end.
Yeah, we got that maybe week 8 was when we got that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure on week 5 was when we actually had the mold outbreak in our helmets and gear. And in my gloves alone, I didn't wear gloves at practice because it literally just smelled like the epitome of mold. Like I was just smelling a handful of mold. And what makes this even worse is that we had to deal with the conditions when we were displaced. That was even worse.
We voice concerns. We send emails all the time, no responses. So this is what it has come to.
Shouting the Board of Trustees has got to go.
Also have made calls to several board members, and none of y'all will answer your phones or come on the show. And so how can you say it's a one-sided story when you won't even come on? So first you lied. And then if you say that, oh, here's the other thing you lied about. You said that these students were being put up by Cherry. Again, President Board Chair Perry, you are lying. I received emails, not from Cherry, not from McCray, but directly from the students. They emailed me saying, please, can we come on? So how can you say that they're putting the students up when the students are reaching out to me directly? When you have staff members of Bethune Cookman who are reaching out to me directly? When you have alumni of Bethune Cookman who are reaching out to me directly? When you have parents of Bethune Cookman who are reaching out to me directly? Well, I need to understand, Board Chair Perry, how in the hell am I talking to more students, faculty, staff, and alumni of Bethune Cookman than you are, and you are the board chair? So maybe instead of lashing out at black-owned media and hanging the phone up, why don't you, Board Chair Perry, have the courage and the guts to speak to your constituents and not hide behind your title?
When I went to the stadium, I was embarrassed at what I saw in the locker rooms. Now, I didn't know much about sharing helmets. I didn't know about the mold on helmets. I didn't know about, the sharing of cleats. I didn't have any idea about those things because I couldn't know those things. In fact, some of it I learned today for the first time. So I said, okay, fine. We got to do something about it.
Temporary. You never know the day nor the hour. None of us know when that time will come. You understand? We've been around here trying to change things, and we have, and this has changed quickly. My vision for change is probably moving too fast for a lot of people. I'm not withdrawing my name, as they saying. They don't want me here. They do not want me here because I tell the truth. They have never had this many people here in the recruiting time, and Coach, I've been saying that. We've been here at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I even slept here one night to make sure I was comfortable, and I was. My guy.
What's up, my guy?
It's hurt. It's hurt because I know people don't care about these kids like I do. And they should be the ones leaving, not me. Because I don't want to. Why? Because Jeremy Greaves, who father I looked in the eye, and y'all mothers and fathers who I talked to last night, even though I knew they didn't want me. I took $2,400 out of my pocket and still gave it to the host to host these young men. Shit, at this point, I'd do it for free. Because I have been for the last 3 weeks. That man have too. He drove from New Orleans because he believed in me and my vision. And that man right there who flew from California less than 2 hours and got off the plane, and he was here to see the rant. He got off the plane, and what we started doing, young man? Motherfuckers. Yeah, I curse. And y'all done heard curse words before. And they got parents in here. And no, I don't want to leave. And like I told you, I want all these recruits. But they got some corrupt people in this world, some evil people that don't care about kids like I do. So I want y'all to hear the truth from me. I ain't withdrawing my name. I got the receipts. They got all kinds of stuff going on around here. Hoarding these buildings with nothing but trash in them. You understand me? And Dion was right. And I know I'm right. And they got some people in here who be snitching to their ass. And I work amongst Judas as Jesus walked with him. And I ain't have a problem with it. Because even Jesus prevailed.
Sir.
And what God got for you, no man can take.
Sir.
I told these young men, I don't care who we play, because I don't. My nephew was transferred here. My nephew right there. They want me to leave my nephew here. Am I lying, Neff? No, sir. He been getting a bad break at Southern. Some evil people, man, that don't care about your kids. But I was here because I wanted them all, like I told y'all last night, and I still do. And if somebody gave me a job, they all could come. Probably won't happen. But I'll tell y'all this. My brother died 11 years ago around this time, and we buried him. And I was in the NFL in the cold tub icing when I found out. And I didn't go home. I played the game on Sunday because that's what he want me to do. Just like I want y'all to keep going, regardless of what happens today. Young men, that's what I've been telling y'all. Right?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Pick up trash tomorrow because that's what we would do, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We was gonna do it anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
Jaden, where you at? What you said, Jaden, last Sunday? I'm not withdrawing my name as Reggie Thea's ass want me to do. He the one, and whoever else with him. You can't be an AD and a head coach. It's impossible. I worked at the University of Miami for 3 years and I saw it.
Talk to me.
And I know.
Yeah, we in there live right
now. You understand? Hang up the phone, Ro.
We in there live right now.
Ro!
Yeah, it's prime.
Be okay, though.
Yeah.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's bigger than football. Teaching these young men about life. They ain't seen the play yet. We don't even have a practice field. Less than a week we've cleared this land y'all see over here. Less than a week. Because a man came from Baltimore who saw me come into his neighborhood when I was a rookie, talked to his neighborhood, his mom strung out on drugs, his daddy not in his life, and I talked to them and he said, I'm here for you. What do you need? I don't want to hear about all the bull. And I talked to him and I took him over there and he met him. He walked out there, my new best friend. He said, man, you don't even know me. His whole demeanor changed when he got back to me. He said, hey, you were right. I said, yeah, we cut that little piece of grass and them snakes showed. And I ain't talking about the rattlers. Bigger than football, mom and dad. We still have kids showing up today for the recruit weekend. We got kids showing up tomorrow. They told me to cancel it and y'all was getting off the plane. Where they do that at? What's up, big bro?
Hey, I love you, man. You know that, right?
Yep.
We talked about this. We talked about this. We know the structure. We know the order. We know how it was going to play out. and you've been there fighting. I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. You got to understand, Ed, God has a time and a place for you, my brother. And I know your heart. I know everything that's going on inside of you. You know, I know you like a book. And I know how you feel about them kids, and I know you do not want to leave those kids. So I'm praying for you right now, man, because this is going to be the toughest thing you ever had to do in your life. Sometimes, Ed, you got to walk away, my brother. I know it's tough. I know you don't want to hear it. But sometimes in life, we got to walk away.
You already know, big bro. I
You
appreciate
didn't let nobody down, Ed. You didn't let them kids down. You did what you was called to do, and you tried your best.
Thank you, big brother.
I love you, man. I'm here. I will be on the next flight if you need me. You know that.
Nah, you good. You handle your business. You know that. I'll give you a call.
Please. Hey, you know what God wants from you, man, and be that. Don't let them provoke you, my brother. I love you, man. All right.
This is not the first time the university has had controversy. They had significant financial issues, almost lost their accreditation. And many have said that the problem there is its board of trustees. Alumni are engaged in a lawsuit with the board of trustees. It's a lot of things that are going on there. And so what is the current state of Bethune-Cookman? What is the administration saying about what took place with today's protest? Joining us right now is the interim president of Bethune-Cookman, Dr. Lawrence Drake. Dr. Drake, glad to have you here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And so there's several things that I want to cover over these next two segments. And so let's just walk through this. Ed Reed said he did not want to step down. He was not pulling out. Whose decision was it for him not to become the head coach? Was it you, the interim president, or was it the board of trustees?
It was the interim president. It was my decision.
It was your decision?
Yes.
And so why did you make that decision not to move forward with Ed Reed?
So we, as you know, about Sunday, a week ago, well, let me back up. Actually, starting in December, we were working on a contract for naming Ed Reed as the head coach. I interviewed Ed, and I had three important things that I asked him to ensure that he was willing to do as part of becoming part of the Wildcat family. One was, I needed him to really understand that we were a Christian institution, that behavior and character were clearly our priorities. And I asked him if that was okay with him. Could he abide by that? Could he, position himself as a role model for our student athletes as well as for the university itself? He indicated he would. Second question I asked is, well, great, I'm glad you're willing to do that. I need to know if you're also willing to build the kind of program that will allow you, because you've not been a coach before, this is an opportunity for you to be a head coach your first time. The university is giving you an opportunity to do that. And therefore, we want to surround you with the kind of people that can draw up the X and O's and help you become a stronger coach. He said, I get that. And I'm willing to do that. The third thing is I said, this is not University of Miami and it's not the NFL. We just came through 2 hurricanes, $6 million worth of damage. Much of what we've been working on for the last year and a half is improvements not only to the university's infrastructure, but also a long-term investment plan. We have about $100 million that we need to invest in the university over the next several years. We said to him, look, you're going to become part of that. Are you open to helping us do that and build the program? He said yes to that. So when we saw the first video criticizing the university and saying, well, it's trashy and my office is dirty and all that, first of all, he was an employee of the university and he had not an office. When the last staff moved out, we started renovating that building, everything from the coaches' rooms to the other places. We had given him some permission that he really took to the next level. First of all, he wasn't authorized to even take video. He wasn't authorized to do any of those things, but he did them anyway. The university had to take responsibility for that because it happened. But quiet as kept, that isn't the kind of behavior that we would expect. And then the expletives and You know, those kinds of things in that first video, you might call that an aberration. And I would say it could be. And you have to be a forgiving individual. But when you have this much damage, you look at the gym and you look at this video and you look at it critically. But I would invite anyone to come to our campus because all parts of our campus don't look that way. We are really trying to work hard to clean it up. And given the fact that, again, we suffered 2 hurricanes back to back, and because of supply chain issues, because most people in Florida, particularly Central Florida, are still recovering. I have people from my staff living on our campus because their homes were destroyed. Ed never took that. Didn't take.
They're putting $3 million into the stadium locker rooms. They're going to redo the entire stadium locker rooms. So you'll have those 2 things by August. And you can hold that, you can hold myself and President Drake accountable for that.
I've been quiet about this thing all week. But a very, very humble and talented ex-UM alumni, ex-NFL, All-Star, Hall of Famer, one of the best people, humblest people I've met in my life, been given a short end of the stick simply because he didn't like the conditions that the kids at Bethune Cookman College had to live in. The state of Florida got, to my knowledge, have 4 HBCUs. One here in Miami, which is Florida Memorial. One in Tallahassee, which is FAMU. One in Jacksonville. And the one in Daytona, Bethune Cookman. The Florida Classic consists of those 2 teams. When I heard that they was offering him a job at Bethune Cookman, after the major turnaround that Dion had put forth for all HBCUs in America, the organization, not only to get on the school administration, not only to get on them, but also to bring awareness through the students, because y'all have to keep this shit clean too. We gotta learn to support our brothers, man. And I would love to sit down with the AD of the school. I want to know, why were you so mad about certain feelings towards certain things? What were the staff that you had hired to take care of these things? You weren't mad at them? Like, you weren't mad at them? You weren't concerned about the kids' health and safety? He said the apple don't fall far from the tree. Now you want to point fingers at him, have me point fingers back at you. You want to point fingers at him, all this went down on your watch. That was inhumane. Yeah, that's the word we're gonna use. Inhumane. Support our black athletes, support our black troops, our black mothers and fathers. Support them like you support everybody. And every race should support their own too. God look out for babies and fools. Everybody else on your own. To know better is to do better. To know better is to do better. If any of you kids that's attending Bethune Cookman College have been there and you've lived in inhumane conditions, now is the time to speak up right now. Now is the time to speak up. Any kids that's been there and they noticed that the hot water wasn't working, or they noticed that during the winter time the heater wasn't working, now is the time to speak up. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Ain't no way y'all make millions of dollars. Y'all make millions of dollars and get all these grants for all these kids, and then you out of sync with them. You don't even know what they doing next year after they graduate. You don't even know how they living in the conditions. When the last time the AD walked in the dorm? When the last time the AD walked in the cafeteria? Walked in the locker rooms? Walked in the gym? When the last time the AD walked up to a parent and greeted, "Hi, I'm an athletic director"? When?
And the final decision is that we were not going to continue negotiating Ed Reed's contract, and we're not going to go back to that. We have a number of coaches that we're going to name a coach within the next 10 days. We have a couple of really great candidates who are coming to campus, of which one of you, or a couple of you, will be able to interview that coach as well. It's the first time that we've ever done that. But I want players, or at least a couple players, to be able to talk to their colleagues, their teammates, about what it means to hire a coach, what that means.